Technology should improve your life, not become your life. This is a quote by Billy Cox. The quote highlights the idea that technology should be a tool that improves our lives by making tasks simpler, more effective, and more pleasurable. It also emphasizes how crucial it is to establish boundaries and pay attention to how technology is incorporated into our daily life in order to keep it from taking over our lives or endangering our general sense of well being. Good day, Madam Shabina. My name is Pavitra, and I would like to introduce our project title, which is The Human Touch in a Digital Landscape. Before jumping into our presentation topic, I would like to explain what is adolescent psychology first. The study of adolescents' mind and brain development, which is unique, is referred to as adolescent psychology. Acquiring high-tech skills has become critical for adolescents' personal and professional growth in today's fast-evolving technology landscape. However, in the pursuit of technological proficiency, essential human interactions and life skills are frequently overlooked. Our project aims to close this gap by emphasizing the necessity of maintaining a harmonic balance between technologically driven competencies and also the essential interpersonal talents. Another main objective of our project is to spread awareness regarding the importance of human relation in our high-tech world. In a high-tech society where technology progressively impacts our interaction and also settings, dealing with human relation is critical. Focusing on human relation aids in knowing and also caring for one another, teaches individuals how to resolve conflicts and also foster collaboration. We can also boost our mental health and also our overall well-being by focusing on interpersonal relations. For our project, our group did not specify on one app or device. We decided to keep it general, focusing on any app usage in smartphones. This allows us to actually observe what is the most frequently used app by our university students and the purpose of it. Adolescents' daily life are heavily influenced by technology, which has advantages as well as downbacks for their experiences and also relationships. If used with care and caution, technology brings major benefits to an individual. But if we let technology control us, there will be zero real world interactions. That is all from me. I would like to pass it to the next member. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I am Aida Aidin binti Muhammad Adamu and I will be talking about the methodology used in our report. So, for the approach, we use a mixed method technique and it combines in-person online interviews with 15 MBBS university students, and the main goal was to comprehend the complex interplay between technology and teenagers and how it affects their interpersonal relationships. So in the data collection, we used in-person and online interviews. We also made a specially constructed brochure for clarity, and the brochure was given to the interview subjects in order to guarantee uniformity and clarity in the data. This booklet functioned as a true reference offering a vital details on technology, its effects, typical problems, symptoms of tech addiction, and the best technology advice. And for the data analysis, the thorough examination of insightful conclusions was made to gather the results, and we also focus on complex technology relationship interaction among teenagers. So for the interview method, we use a structured interview questions in the pamphlet, and the aim is to extract perception of tech on relationship, and the interviews is flexible in order to have varied responses. So that is all for me. I'll pass it to the next presenter.
Hi, Madam Shabina. My name is Yurik. For this section, I'll be talking about the common trends that I managed to find among all my interviewee responses. So, in considering the preference for face-to-face interactions, it is evident that all of our interviewees favor in-person exchanges over digital communication methods. So this preference is rooted in a belief that face-to-face interactions facilitate more meaningful connections by allowing individuals to interpret body language and nonverbal cues. However, the concerns arise regarding excessive gadget use as it has the potential to diminish potential face-to-face interactions. So the over-reliance on technology may contribute to a lack of emotional depth in relationships. To counteract these potential negative impacts, it is recommended to approach gadget use mindfully and prioritize face-to-face interactions, and also to recognizing the value they bring for human connections. So in short, it becomes apparent that technology impacts on human connection is multifaceted, encompassing both positive and also negative aspects. So crucially, the key lies in mindful technology use, as this approach is essential for maintaining healthy relationships. And while acknowledging the benefits of digital communication, the importance of physical interactions cannot be overstated in building and sustaining meaningful connections. So it becomes evident that striking a balance and avoiding excessive gadget use is paramount, as it can otherwise lead to the development of shallow relationships. Next, I would like to share about the insights that me and my teammates managed to learn from our interviewees' responses. There's no denying that technology serves as a valuable tool to stay connected with family and friends. However, it should not replace genuine face-to-face interactions or meaningful conversations. The mindful usage of technology is very important to maintain healthy human connections. Face-to-face interactions which allow for interpretation of non-verbal cues, and it also contributes significantly to more meaningful connections. By prioritizing face-to-face conversation, one can foster stronger and also more meaningful relationships. So in essence, technology enhances human connections when used mindfully, like correctly and appropriately, and in conjunction with in-person interactions. Followingly, there were several common concerns that were raised by our interviewees in regards to the negative effects of technology on human relationships. So, the impact on mental health raises concern about technology's effectiveness in improving emotional and mental well-being, as it may divert attention from physically present individuals to negatively affecting genuine interactions. Additionally, the weakening of social skills is highlighted by an over-reliance on digital communication, which might lead to a decline in traditional social skills. Personal difficulties during the COVID-19 pandemic further emphasized weakening of social skills as a concern. In response, there was a response of a proposal for an app which encourages real-world interactions as a solution to improve social skills and interpersonal skills. Furthermore, the negative psychological effects of over-reliance on technology are a significant consideration. This includes potential feelings of loneliness and the impersonal nature of digital communication, which may contribute to a lack of genuine human connections, impacting the emotional well-being as well. There are also concerns about the technologies which contribute to stress and anxiety, which disrupt the emotional balance, which is necessary for healthy relationships. As we navigate the intersections of technology and mental health, these aspects underscore the importance of understanding and also addressing the potential drawbacks of increasing digital world. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, my name is Daniel Iskandar. So I'm going to discuss about the noteworthy observation throughout the responses. So overall, they express that they concern about the limitations of technology over the human interaction, and they also express that technology cannot replace human interaction because people need to give different perspective physically to broadening their knowledge, and also emotional support also cannot be replaced because people are having stress and also other problems, and they need to talk to someone. And the data that support the project's objective is that the balanced approach to high tech, where people need to use uh, technology and also need to use human interaction physically at the same time in a balanced approach. And the second one is diversity of perspective. So from the responses, they have different perspective, different answers, even in the same questions. And for the third one, uh, ourselves as interviewers, we can gain knowledge from the responses because we can have self-reflect on what they think.
Hello, now I'll be explaining about the conclusion. So, to sum up our project, the main purpose of our project is to highlight the need of preserving a harmonious balance between technology driven competencies and critical interpersonal talents. Our project seeks to close this gap between these two objectives. The project's awareness raising goal is to actually raise awareness on the value of interpersonal relationships in today's high tech society because there's a myth or there's a speculation that technology is actually destroying interpersonal relationship. By conducting the interviews, we actually understood that there are both pros and cons of using social media apps. The interviewees had both positive and negative opinions on social media. For instance, the positive opinions were that social media functions as an effective instrument for communicating, finding new information, and connecting with each other all around the world. Positively, they make it possible for people to communicate instantly and maintain relationship with friends, family, and co-workers all around the world. For instance, let's say a person's parents are staying at another country, so that the only way for them to maintain the relationship with their parents is by communicating with them using social media such as WhatsApp. So these are the good sides of social media, while on the other hand, the interviewees also shared that there are few disadvantages, which includes privacy issues, the possibility of being cyberbullied, and the harm that comparison and validation seeking behavior can do to one's mental health. Because as the use of social media grows, people tend to compare themselves with one person's life with theirs. So this can actually give a lot of pressure on themselves. Overusing will also result in fewer in-person contacts, which can heighten feeling of loneliness and detachment from reality. If we see in the reality, there's a lot of people with depression nowadays compared to those people who lived around 20-30 years ago, because the use of social media had made them feel very lonely. Just like I said before, they tend to compare themselves with one person and then they feel that they don't have friends or family to be with. To maximize social media's positive effect while reducing its detrimental effects on relationship and personal well-being, it's very important to find ways to balance using it. In our project, 15 students were interviewed and the results showed that high-tech gadgets had a very big effect on their relationship. They accepted that there were both advantages and disadvantages by using social media. In today's digital world, our project actually effectively emphasized the significance of preserving a good balance between high-tech and high-touch abilities. The initiative is relevant because it encourages people to be very responsible on how they use their high-tech device, and to also encourage people to use these social media and devices to improve their interpersonal interaction with people around them and to build meaningful connection in both virtual and real-world contexts. The results highlighted that the necessity of using technology with awareness is important to make sure that it fosters genuine human interaction rather than getting in the way of them. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Apart from that, I would like to provide some short and long term recommendations to overcome technology addiction. I would suggest that switching off notifications when we receive and considering going a step further, removing the apps that wind up our our wind up being the largest drain on our productivity and well-being. For an example, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Also, we should keep in mind that majority of individuals only post their best work on social media. Whatever we see is not always accurate representation of someone's life. Everyone else may appear to be doing more effectively than you. Nonetheless, they're most likely looking at your performance as well. So my suggestion here is switching off notification management for unnecessary apps like Instagram and all, because I feel like it only drains your emotional well-being by comparing you and others. Besides that, I would suggest that we should explore offline hobbies such as maybe organizing social gatherings, recreational events, and hobbies that do not include any gadgets. It is critical to establish daily time restriction for technology use. In my opinion, I feel meditation may assist you to become more mindful of your urges and teaches you how to manage them, resulting in a healthy relationship with technology. Apart from that, I would like to provide some long-term recommendation to overcome with technology addiction. Personally, I believe that remaining informed on our mental and physical consequences of technology addiction is important. Understanding how it affects our mental health, sleep, and general well-being reinforces our commitment to make small positive changes. We can obtain professional help from psychologists, counselors, or peer support, which can provide help and assistance when dealing with more fundamental emotional or behavioral problems that are feeding the addiction. Also, I feel like if there are some environmental changes, this could include restructuring your workstation, which establishing dedicated tech-free zones at your residence, or employing a solution that restrict usage of distracting apps at specified times. We should recognize and applaud our progress towards eliminating digital addiction. Acknowledging and identify accomplishments fosters positive behavior and motivate us for future attempts. Well, I feel like by following these long-term suggestions in our daily routine, we may gradually transform our interaction with technology and cultivate a more balanced, attentive, and sustainable attitude to its use. This requires a lot of patience and tenacity when working towards long-term good transformation. Hi, Madam Shabina. I'm Durga Shalini, and I would like to provide some short-term and long-term recommendations to strengthen human relationship. Firstly, I would like to start off where effective communication is vital human relation skills, since it enables us to build rapport with others, developing relationships, and also managing conflicts. When you can communicate effectively, you may establish trust, resolve disputes, and create great work atmosphere. Good interpersonal abilities additionally allow you to be more effectively by controlling your own feelings and behaviors. That will assist you to stay cool and collected in difficult circumstances. Yes, I agree that it does take time and practice to develop strong communication skills, but it is critical to be conscious of what works for you for a while by being open to expanding your knowledge and how others communicate. Moving on, conflict resolution, in my opinion, is the method of settling an issue between more than one party. It can be a very challenging process, but resolving conflicts promptly and effectively is critical to avoid escalation. There are numerous conflict resolution approaches, but the main goal here is to find an outcome which is agreeable to all parties concerned. Negotiation, mediation, arbitration, and compromise are some of conflict resolution approaches. Conflict resolution abilities are essential in any function in human resources, including customer service, sales, and management. You are also expected to mediate disagreements, make agreements, or arbitrate disputes in these roles. In addition to that, I would like to make some long-term recommendations. I feel mutual respect must be established and maintained. We should be able to recognize others' uniqueness and strengths, as well as treat each other with love and consideration. Respect fosters trust and serves us as the foundation for a good and long-lasting relationship. Identifying and nurturing shared aims and values is very important to me, as well as shared goals provide a sense of meaning and purpose, promoting a stronger bond, whereas aligning life pathways helps to ensure long-term compatibility. Apart from that, I believe that expressing thankfulness on a regular basis is also essential, and that recognizing other people's contributions and also expressing gratitude depends on the emotional link. Feeling valued promotes an encouraging and fulfilling relationship. Individual well-being should be prioritized, while taking care of oneself results in a happier and more resilient individual who is more capable of constructively contributing to the relationship. And I feel that encourage and support on another's self-care habits is by combining these qualities into your interpersonal relationships. This way, we can increase their endurance and depth, resulting in meaningful connections that last longer.